Hey now.
What?
Hey.
We are here.
We are here. What in the world? What's with the woo?
I'm excited. I'm excited.
It's another great Sunday. Great Sunday.
Yes.
The best Sunday. Look at this. You know why it's the best Sunday?
Why is it the best Sunday?
Because we're on. And it's always a good Sunday when we're on.
Come on. Say that.
Because we're on. It's the best Sunday.
So anytime we're on, the Sunday just gets better.
I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that.
Time, baby.
I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
How's everybody doing?
How was y'all's week?
Ooh.
My week was awesome. Awesome sauce. It's always awesome.
Good.
Always awesome.
Yeah, my week was pretty good, but right now I don't know. I'm trying to fix my lighting. I'm feeling kind of orange right now.
It's such a diva. Oh my god! I'm fixing my lighting.
I'm feeling orangey right now. I think I'm gonna give me one of them ring lights so I can be like
Well,
they do in the video, so I can see the little circles in my eyes and the rings.
Oh my god!
I'm not about to do here. Listen, y'all, we got a good show coming up for y'all today. I cannot deal with them.
If you got a discount code for a ring light, though, let us know in the message.
Let us know. We have R&B pop artist Mr. Darnell Jr. joining us today.
Yeah.
He'll be chatted up with all of us, but hosted by me, your girl Brittany B. We also got all of the tea being spilled from our girl Shady Tees.
So much tea.
And DJ Mo Hype, the hip hop junkie, will be bringing us a little bit of Sunday school action.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's about to bring us today, but last week he hit us with a great 1-2 punch.
Boom. Blew my socks off.
Got you. We got you. I got y'all.
It blew.
You got us.
Hats off. It was wigs flying. It was snatched. Okay. I saw a bonnet rolling down the street. That's what he did.
Wow.
With the Raheem Devon. If you didn't know, you need to go back and look at the last episode.
Go check out the last episode.
Check it out.
But the disclaimer of it all is there may have been some information given on the last episode that wasn't correct. Okay.
Yeah, and we're gonna address that in the segment. So we're
gonna get that together.
We'll get that.
You got tea within the show? Hold on. Give me a second.
There's tea in the tea. Wait a minute.
What in the world is that?
That don't look like tea.
Oh,
got it. Okay, it's in the teacup, and we're gonna go with it. That's what you worry about, okay?
That look like some tea shine.
So we're gonna find out what she poured out of the teapot into the teacup.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be part of the shade on the tea.
Thanks to make you go, Right now, we're gonna get into this first song from Mr. Darnell Jr. himself, entitled Bay Day. And when we come back, we'll actually be chatting up with him live. So stay tuned. And wait a minute now.
Don't go nowhere.
Listen, Linda, don't y'all go nowhere. Don't you go nowhere. Because we gonna make it for real. For real. For real. Me and you was never part. I'm not about to do this. We just gonna get into this. Bye.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's my birthday. Need some attention, baby. Did I mention lately I've been wanting you? Oh, I know I may not be your type. We're just friends, I can't deny. Wanna show you another side of me. 24 hours, can I love you now? Gotta know how it feels, show me how it feels to be with you. It's my birthday, want you to be my baby. Let's make this my baby, baby, baby. If you want me, 24 hours. Can I love you now? Gotta know how it feels. Show me how it feels to be with you. If only for just a day. Be my birthday fantasy. You're the one I need, yeah. It's my birthday. Give me, baby, baby, it's my birthday. Give me, baby, baby, it's my birthday. Give me, baby, baby, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Want you to be my baby. Let's make this my payday, payday, payday. If you want me, come and put it on me. Just for my payday, payday, payday. Baby, it's my birthday. Give me, baby, baby, it's my birthday. Give me, baby, baby, it's my birthday. Give me, baby, baby, it's my birthday, birthday.
All right. All right.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, welcome, sir. How are you?
I am great. I feel blessed. How are you all?
Yes, blessed and highly favored. Come through.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What you about to say?
I said, how are y'all doing?
Are we doing good? I'm good.
I was talking, but my mic was muted,
Well,
so I don't even know what happened.
maybe there's a message in that. Okay.
Ooh, the shade.
Baby. She comes with it. She stay with
Oh, you know what?
I did a little bit. I like
it. She said, I like it.
We just playing more hype. We love to hear your commentary.
I know.
Sometimes.
I'm here for it.
Listen, I want to talk about this Bayday. I ain't talking about him and his commentary. First of all, the fact that I'm over here twerking because whoever did that production on that joint killed it.
Yeah, that was hot. That was hot.
Thank you. Shout out to my producer, GK. He does the bulk of my work, actually.
Okay,
about 80% of it.
Okay, all right. Because I was like, where did that come from? It surprised me.
That had that bop in it right there. Had that bop in it.
I did the body roll, so that means it's good.
You did the body roll. Let's see it. Wait a minute. What was with the pause, though?
You gotta let it marinate. You gotta let it sit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it was.
Just let it simmer for a few seconds, and then you come back through with it.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He said, okay.
I like it. And I don't like much. And I'm going to be honest with you all the time. But I like that. It's a banger.
That's true.
Yeah.
I need to understand, like, the concept of Bayday. Like, because the first time you brought that thing, I was like, did he say his birthday? Like, and then I was like, no, he's saying his Bayday. So is that like an anniversary celebration, or is it like a special day that you set aside for you and your bae? Like, how does that work exactly?
You know, the funny thing is, what the concept was, the song, I did write that for my actual birthday, but I also wrote it from a perspective of, being friends with someone, liking them a little bit, wanting to explore another side. And it was like, okay, as my birthday present to me, let's have some fun, Then, we'll go back to how we normally are the day after.
God.
Wait a minute. You can't be a bae for just one day.
No, that sounds absolutely fair, actually. Because do we just go back to, because now my perspective, I'm thinking about is, so is that a day you just like to take one of your friends and you can slide that and then just forget about that the next day, or that's not the right concept?
Where's this going? Where are we going with this? Is this a side chick song?
No, it's not. It's your friend. It's your friend
with benefits.
Yeah, you can take a day and slide that.
It's pretty much saying incorporating the benefits for that 24-hour period.
Okay.
They were exploring something different. Want to try something new as my birthday gift to me. Let's have some fun. But it's an agreement between you and your significant
your friend.
Yeah, your friend.
With your beneficial friend for a day.
Yeah, and I actually wrote that song into existence, actually. I actually did that with one of my friends when around the time the song came out. So I actually wrote it into existence. It was funny.
Are y'all still friends?
Me and this particular friend, no.
See, you should cross certain lines.
So Maydays.
Reason why though? That was there was some other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo, Jesus.
Okay,
so you got a project coming out.
There's some dishonesty and mess going on that I want to be part of.
Okay.
Oh, maybe we can address that, the shady teas. That's
right.
That's part of the shady teas.
It's kind of like you belong here today. Like, so you have a project coming out called Truth or Dare.
Already,
and it's like all of this is kind of just wrapping itself up into one big situation, because when that would have to be like a dare. Hey, friend, I dare you to engage with me for 24 hours.
Yeah. I'm very glad you caught that. A lot of people don't realize a lot of my songs have hidden meanings that lead to future projects. So I'm actually very glad that you caught that. You're the first person to actually pick up on that. So yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Because you don't just, I have a lot of friends of the opposite sex that I don't care to engage with them for 24 minutes, let alone 24 seconds. No. I'm just saying.
You got to take certain people in doses. And I guess this is still like a dose. It's just a day dose of.
Yeah, like I put parameters around people, like, and I don't know, I don't know if that's healthy or unhealthy, but if you're my friend, and we don't turn the bay for no time. You friend zoned, and yeah,
friend zoned.
But some people can be friendly. We have people out there with friendly pussies, friendly dicks.
Wait a minute.
Those aren't friends. Those are hoes. It's a difference.
I think the word hoe is relative. It's level.
Why is he down here sipping this water like that, though?
It's level.
We gotta get Darnell some tea.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could go on that whole conversation for a whole week. You know what I'm saying? Because what's a hoe really? What's a hoe? If it's consenting, then are you a hoe?
No, well, I'm gonna say this. I'm still stuck on the friendly dicks and pussies part.
Yeah, let's discuss it. Yeah, it's a lot to unpack. I understand. I know.
That's what she said.
Real quick, because
that's a lot to unpack.
That's what she said. She said that it's a lot to unpack.
But I mean, hoe is very subjective, though. It's very subjective. It's not a holder. Let's be honest, there are hoes out there that don't consider themselves hoes. So it actually depends on who's saying it and what people are willing to admit to. Now, I will say that everybody, I don't care who you are, everyone has exhibited at one point or another hoe-like behavior. But that's not a determining factor in your overall personality as a human being. So I will say that.
Okay, I agree with that.
We have whole, times. There's whole November, whole January. It depends. Whole February. Some people have seasons. Some people are hoes in their 20s, and then they done hoeing, and then they good, not hoe in their 30s.
But can you actually shake that stigma?
You know what I'm saying?
Should have named this episode Hoeing 101.
There's some hoes in this house, and I'm seeing them. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Dear Lord. So let's get back into this Truth or Dare, okay?
Yes.
Let's get back into this project that you have coming out. Tell us about it.
Yes. So Truth or Dare actually dropped on March 26th, so about a couple Fridays ago. And pretty much I wanted to show my growth as an artist, because I've been on your show before. It's a couple years ago. And I honestly wanted to show my growth as an artist. I wanted to be a bit more daring and more truthful in regards to allowing my audience to get to know me more as a human being, but also show and flex my muscles as a writer. I wanted to show that I could really push my pen and be a bit more creative when it comes to lyrical content. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a sexy project. It pretty much covers every emotion you could think of. It's like a full spectrum, but it's a project that you could play from top to bottom and vibe with it and get your life.
Okay, come through, push that pen.
Yes.
And like you said, so we're about to get into the meat and gravy of some stuff. We're about to dig a little deep. So if you get uncomfortable talking about certain stuff right now, might be the time for you to just get comfortable, because don't go nowhere. You say
it's
here.
About to go down.
Down.
I got some Tennessee or something. Let me get myself together.
Get it together. We will wait for you while you get your refreshments together. It's fine.
It's about to go down. And that's mostly because Darnell Jr., he has a lot of great music, whole lot of great music. And unlike some artists, namely Frank Ocean, Lil Nas X, who found their stardom and then came out and walked in their truth after the fact. Mm-hmm. Darnell Jr. has just embraced who he is and just came out running. Like, this is me. When I first met you, you were coining yourself Prince of the Gays.
Correct.
And I just want to talk a little bit about what you feel or how you feel when it comes to sexual orientation and being an artist. Is it something that you feel like you have to share in order to not catch slack later? Because Frank Ocean, that man has a voice out here in these streets. Like, he has a beautiful voice. Mm-hmm. But once he came out, and like, he kind of disappeared. And Lil Nas X, I'm trying to figure out if he came out and now he's trying to save himself from disappearing by going off on the deep end with all this extra stuff he got going on right now. So what do you think, is the appropriate way to handle, your sexual orientation in the music industry?
Okay, that's actually a very good question. I would say it's honestly up to the person themselves. It's up to the artist. Me, I feel like I honestly didn't have a choice. Like, I didn't feel comfortable even attempting to pretend to be straight, because that's not me. I can't really do that. Every artist has different motives behind expressing their sexuality. Frank Ocean, in his case, he came out when his album came out, and then soon after he came out as gay, then his sales shot up. He got nominated for Grammys, and people don't realize this because I actually researched him a great deal. He disappeared partly by choice.
Okay.
So he pretty much did what he came to do, and then he left the label and then went independent and then retreated and started working on himself. That's what he did. Now, was it for publicity? I don't know. I do know that he benefited greatly from coming out as gay, just like Lil Nas X. However, Lil Nas X, with him being younger and trying to tackle hip hop and country, he actually received some flack because from the country side of it, because of his sexuality. That's a different realm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are two. I mean, those are two very macho and masculine genres, and to try to take on country and hip hop at the same time, you got a lot going on.
Black. Let's talk about that, and the fact
that he's black. Yeah.
So that created problems for him. Was that for publicity as well? I don't know. He benefited a great deal as well, because both of these artists came out and then their sales shot up and they started winning Grammys after they came out. So I don't know. I just know for me, I couldn't sleep well and perform and sing and do my job and live my dreams if I couldn't be honest about who I am.
That's very respectable. And I really think that not just artists, but everybody should walk in their truths completely. The reason why I asked that question is because you are you are a huge advocate about walking in your truth and being who you are, and basically combating, all the stereotypes that come along
Yes.
with it, especially being in, the industry in, one shape or other. Are there any obstacles that you've had to tackle or overcome along the way?
Absolutely. Especially here in Indiana, Indianapolis to be particular, people don't realize this. I was actually the first openly gay male artist to come out here in Indianapolis, as far as R&B and pop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the first openly gay, especially Black artist. So the obstacles that I've had to face here have been from either people not wanting to work with me because the stigma of being gay. Oh, he's going to try to talk to us. He's going to try to get with us. Or we don't like gays, so we're not going to have you perform. We don't want to interview you. I've been through a lot of that. For the first few years of me being an artist here, and I was born and raised here, the first few years of that, there was a time where nobody wanted to work with me. There was a time that I could not beg people to work with me. I'm still fighting to get shows and exposure because of the homophobia and the criticism and the ostracism that goes on here. It is getting a little bit better, but it's still outweighing the artistry. People are still not seeing me as an artist. They're still looking at me as a gay artist. And it's like, it puts me in a box where you think that all of my music is just for gay people, and that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the boxes that people want to put you in. That's the sad part about it, is because that's not, your music should be just good music for everybody. And, I don't understand why people put these stigmas on it. So I guess a question that I would have then would be, from kind of in that same vein, as an artist, why do most artists feel like, I'm trying to figure out how to word this right. Why does sexuality have to always come into play as an artist? Because if you're just making good music, why does it matter if anybody knows, about your personal life? Is it because as an artist, are they afraid that some point it'll come out and become a scandal? Or is it just something that they really just, feel like, I just got to do. I just want everybody to know right off the bat, regardless of if my music, I can make music about nothing but, love. And I'm not particular on what kind of love music, I'm making. I'm just making songs about love. But on top of that, you feel like you have to come out and say, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm this way. Why is that necessary?
Well, like I said, it also depends on the artist. For me, I have no problem saying that I'm openly gay. I also feel that that's one of the things that makes me unique as an artist, because anyone who's listened to my music can actually see how I write songs. I feel like, me being a young Black gay male, I'm the best of both worlds. So I understand how to communicate with men, but I also know how to communicate with women. And that's how I write songs. I try to write songs gender neutral for the most part. And I want people to feel like, regardless of your sexuality, race, or whatever the case, you can sing my songs and still feel comfortable and still relate to it. Now, sexuality only comes into play and becomes a problem when you're a gay male. If I was a female, if I was a lesbian, if I was bisexual, it wouldn't be a problem. Nobody would really ostracize me like that. Also, don't criticize straight men and women for using gender terms and stuff in their music and talking sexual and saying things. Nobody has a problem with that. No one questions that. But it becomes a problem when it's out of the norm, when you're gay or when you're different. That's when emphasis is placed on your sexuality and it becomes an issue.
Yeah. Okay. And I think a part of, coming out to your fan base or to the public is, as an artist, has to do with also your transparency and relatability. Mm-hmm. Because as an artist, you do want to put a little bit of you out there as far as your personal life goes, so that your fans are able to relate to who you are as a person.
Right.
And I think that it's a smart thing to do. It's not a bad thing to do. But it's definitely a way to go about doing it. One of the things I can say about you is that you're consistent, and you create an atmosphere where you let other people know that, whoever you are, it's okay to be you and walk in your truth.
Thank you.
Hmm.
So that's one thing that I appreciate about you.
Thank you so much. And that's what I really try to do, because I feel like as an artist, it's our job to, one, relate to the people, and I actually just want people to feel less alone. There's so much hatred and darkness in this world. I feel like as artists, when you have a platform, or when people are even willing to buy into your brand and take notice of you, you have a responsibility to, one, relate to them, and then also help them escape whatever their issues are, and let them know, okay, you're a human being, you're going through some things too, and you may be able to help or bless somebody get through their situation by a song that you've written and released. So that's the approach I take to music.
That's super dope. I am looking forward to hearing your project Truth or Dare. When is that scheduled to come out? Where can your fans find it?
Well, it's already out. It's on all musical platforms. So Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, anywhere where you can get music online. There's a lot of dope songs on there, a lot of juicy songs. There's you're gonna be shocked by some of the titles and some of the content on there. It's very intriguing. You will like.
Can you give us one or two?
Yes. One title on the album is a song called "Sex with the Devil."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And that is pretty much. I want to show how musical I could be and incorporate my theatrical side as well. And the concept of the song is pretty much stating how we've all had one person in our lives that we might have dealt with that we end up dealing with sexually. And sometimes when you deal with people sexually, they can scar you in many ways, whether it's physically, whether it's your health, whether it's emotionally or mentally. And so a lot of times people don't care how they affect you after dealing with you sexually and being in your space in that way. So I want to pretty much put a theatrical spin on that. Like, the song is dope. It starts out with like a demonic choir with like 10 me singing, like a Catholic choir. It's really theatrical. And then I even have a part where I'm rapping against myself. So I have my normal self and a demonic evil version of myself where I'm going back and forth. So it's very interesting in the way that I wrote it.
Hey, I'm definitely gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah.
Because even with the title and what you said, the concept of the song is just the title alone. That can go a lot of ways. Because we have this thing called soul ties.
Yeah.
And sometimes what you tied to is not a good thing.
So, and that's what I was trying to hint at. I was trying to say it without saying it.
I got a question. Did we ever hear about soul ties in the 80s and 70s and 90s? I think
there's a lot of stuff that we hear about now that we didn't hear
just
about.
Just like sea moss. Never heard about that. And Grandma didn't talk about no sea moss. She didn't talk about no soul ties. This is something that we just make up. That's what I think.
So we just make up.
Yeah.
Grandma talked about eating the red clay dirt down south. That's all.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but as time evolves, more stuff come out. We tap into knowledge of different things and learn a little more. And if it makes sense and the dots can be connected, it's like aha. Because listen, I do know that my grandma did tell me you can't give your cookies to everybody. For a lot of reasons. So I'm sure they knew about these soul ties.
Don't nobody listen to Grandma. People busting it open left and right every day.
But my grandma also had 8
They're not married, busting it open. Okay, I'm one of them. Okay, it happened.
I'm with you when you're right.
But that's a generational thing. You also gotta look at it. Okay. We all have like grandmas. So grandmas like 70s, 80s, 90s. Grandmas now are like 40.
30.
So they busting it open themselves. So, or they just finished busting it open, and that's the problem.
Talking about hot girl summer, and you a grandma. Sit down.
Right.
Sit down.
Okay.
Your summer need to be real warm. Real warm. Well, listen. Tell all of our listeners where they can find you on social media, and let us know if you want to hang out with us, because we got a whole lot more show left and we are enjoying your conversation. And I'm quite sure when we get to that tea, baby, you're going to have some stuff to add.
I'll definitely chill out with you guys. I'm having a great time. Everyone can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. That's at Darnell Forever. You spell out forever. On Facebook is Darnell Jr. So you spell out Junior. So Junior, and Darnell, obviously. That's how you can reach me. It bugs me when people abbreviate it, so I always spell it out.
I understand.
But yeah, that's how you guys can find me, and I'm gonna sit here and chill with y'all because I wanna sip some of the tea.
Yes, it's that tea, honey.
It's steeping. It's getting ready.
All right.
The tea is steeping.
Well, look, apparently Mr. Darnell Jr. has some music and stuff that makes you go, So we're going to get into this next one from him entitled Play With Me. I want to see what this is about. I'm a little scared. I ain't going to lie. A little fearful. But before we get into this, I want to shout out some of our listeners who have been tapping in with the shout out to Danielle Norris. Shout out to Shannon Foster. Y'all are the real MVPs. Anybody else that's, watching and wanted to comment and everything, we can see your comments and we sharing them with everybody else that's watching. So this is very interactive. We here for you. But we're going to get into this Play With Me by Mr. Darnell.
Oh baby, I feel a little silly tonight. Baby, I'm hoping you can spend the night. You see, I wanna make love to you all night, but first we gotta set the mood right outside the box. Let's revisit our teens. I wanna play fight in the living room, blue fight in the dining room, roll some dice in the bedroom. Count how many times I'ma kiss you. I want you to be yourself with me. Inhibitions go, let's lose control, 'cause I want you so. Come in, play with me, baby. Come in, play with me, baby. Come in, play with me, baby. Play with me. Come in, play with me, baby. Come in, play with me, baby. Come in, play with me, baby. Play with me. Let's hide and go freak. Find what you seek. You gon' get it all tonight. You know what I like. You played your cards right. Don't get your prize. We can make this like a movie. When I yell action, come and do me. When I yell cut, it's a new position. Ooh, baby, you don't know what you've been missing. Keep it right there, keep it right there. I'm the only one that's gonna turn you out. Keep it right there, keep it right there. I'm about to show you what this love's about. Keep it right there, keep it right there. I'm the only one that's gonna turn you out. Keep it right there, keep it right there. I'm about to show you what this love's about. Come in, play with me, baby. Come in, play with me, baby. Come in, play with me, baby. Play with me. Come in, play with me, baby. Come in, play with me, baby. Come in, play with me, baby. Play with me. Play with me.
Ooh.
It's me over here dancing. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. We're going to get into it with Shady Teas down there. What you got cooking up for us, girl?
Oh, hello, people. Welcome to Shady Teas.
Hi, Shady.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the Shady Teas, where we talk about entertainment news, political news, sports news, whatever is currently going on then at the time. And we give our 2 cents on how we may handle the situation and what we think about it. So since we were talking about, friendly pussy, friendly dick, I'm just going to say a story about, something I found that was interesting. And I just want to know what y'all feel about this, okay? Sharon Stone. We all know Sharon Stone from Basic Instinct, the actress. So she's coming out with a book, right? Remember that. She's coming out with a book. She's saying that producers would pressure her to sleep with male co-stars to create on-screen chemistry. She's saying this now. Once it has a book coming out. Let's just remember that. You know what I mean? So we're talking about Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct, had her cupcake out for the world.
Is that like the only thing people know about? That's the first thing people say about her. She's on the screen with her monkey out.
Back in '92, that was a odd thing to have your monkey.
Yeah, you wasn't supposed to be doing that back then.
That wasn't a normal thing, but now, fast forward into now, unfortunately, it became a more common thing. But back then in the 90s, it was uncommon to see somebody snatch on a movie and, it wasn't rated, NC-17 or, XXX or nothing like that. So, but
it was just a real brief flash.
Oh, really? How you know? You probably paused it.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays I could have took that one little clip and just made a GIF and just repeat over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Just watch it. Yeah. Just put on like a 5-minute loop. That's all the time I need.
Wait a minute.
Oh wow.
Okay, back to Sharon Stone. You better sit.
I'm sorry.
Listen, y'all, if y'all are tuned in, put in the comments what y'all think she is sipping on out of this cup, because when she poured it, it looked very clear.
Oh my gosh.
We try to figure out what type of tea this is.
I mean, tea is relative. Just like Homer's relative statement, tea is relative. Okay, it's in the tea glass. Let's just focus on that. Okay.
Back to Sharon Stone.
Yeah, but anyway, about her snatch, she claims the first time she saw it was on the screening of Basic Instinct. Because she's saying she didn't know that was going to be a part of the movie, a part of the clip. This is also in her book, wink, wink, So the thing is that we have seen this many times. People come out with explosive news. Oh, I was going through this all this time, but then all of a sudden they got a book coming out. They're pushing something. So really, are we to believe her after all these years? We're talking 92. And now you want to talk about it because you have a book coming out?
Well,
so there's this thing called contracts, right?
Yeah.
And as actors and actresses, you have the ability to put in your contract what you will and what you won't do. Halle Berry, for instance, she will only show certain parts of her body. It's contractual, and if anything else outside of what's in her contract is shown on screen, she gets a nice little additional check to what she gets for making the movie in and of itself.
Yeah.
So Miss Sharon Stone knew that her whole entire universe was going to be displayed on the big screen, and I'm quite sure that her agent talked her up and was like, "This is monumental. Nobody else has done it. We might catch shade because like you said, back then that was a situation that we didn't do. You didn't see body parts and stuff on the big screen. You might get a booty. You may have got a side boob. A whole full nothing. Not back then. So they already had to prepare for whatever backlash was going to come from it. So she knew. I'm sure she knew.
Of course she did. She said that she found out when she saw the first screen, like they did the screening of it, and that's when she saw that her cupcake was going to be on the movie itself. So, but she's saying prior to that, she had no idea that was going to be a part of the movie.
Here's my thing real quick, and I see Darnell's trying to chime in. She showed up to the set with no drawers on. That's all I'm gonna say. She came to the set with no panties on. So
exactly, and then on top of that, for that to even be shown in the movie and to be as monumental as it was, I'm pretty sure something was either outlined in the script stating that, and she had to have known because, like you said, she showed up on camera with no drawers on, number one. And then two, let's be completely real, okay? She's a white woman. At that time, she was on the rise. She was one of the top actresses, okay? She has power and say so in what she will or will not do on camera and in her contracts. So I don't believe that for a second. It's funny you mentioned Halle Berry, Brittany. You're absolutely right. Halle Berry, as beautiful as she is, she does not have the same power as Sharon Stone would. Even though Halle Berry did get paid an extra $1 million to show her breasts in Swordfish in that scene. But they offered her an extra $1 million to do it.
And she showed them puppies.
She did. Okay. Sharon Stone, let's be honest. When was the last time you saw a Sharon Stone movie? Like, how she hasn't worked in years. So
yeah. Okay.
And that takes us to my next point.
You got a book coming, and you've been out the spotlight for so long. Now you want to have some juice. You want to say something to sell some books, but nobody cares. Like
nobody wants to hear Sharon Stone tell all. Nobody's here for that. Nobody's here for that. And first of all, because where was she during the Me Too movement when everybody else was out here screaming and yelling anyway? You waiting till now?
That part.
That part. You better bail.
Pause. Who gave him a bail?
He bought his own.
Where's the bail come from? Now, we didn't talk about this in the meeting. There was no bail.
I found it in a box of old equipment for the station. Like, we need bells. Rock the bells.
We're gonna have one next week. Watch.
But anyway, out here just trying to get some checks. That's what this is about.
So the thing I take away from it is, and I guess I question also is, let's say it did happen. I mean, Sharon Stone now is not Sharon Stone in '92. Maybe she didn't have that much pull. And she was basically, she couldn't say, well, I'm doing this, I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was the case at that time. But does it make you wonder or question if she's being really honest about the situation because she has a book coming out too? Because if she didn't have a book, let's say there was no book involved, no, she wasn't pushing nothing, and she just came out with it, would it make you feel differently if she wasn't pushing something behind it?
All I'm gonna say is that the entertainment business is a dirty, dirty place, and a lot of stuff happens that is told, and a lot of stuff happens that isn't told. A lot of stuff is made up, and a lot of stuff is not. And everybody's out here to make a dollar, so you never really know what to believe, what not to believe. At the end of the day, if she was, because I'm not gonna pretend like you didn't say that she said that some of her producers and or directors kind of coerced her into having sex with some of her fellow actors.
That's what she's claiming. She's claiming they pushed her.
Now listen, girl, if you out here busting the wide open, depending on who you busted the wide open with, I mean, it's some actors that I would bust the wide open for. But
do tell. Such as
saying, because Nelly is on my list. Like, he can get it. Nelly can get it. Who?
I second that motion of the ocean.
I'm just saying, Nelly can get it. I don't. The dark skinned guys don't really do it for me that much. But Idris Elba is nice looking, but to a certain extent. But his accent, because he's British, and we don't get his full on accent in none of his roles. I want to hear that thing up close in person.
Okay, all right. Let's get back on track.
That was it. We don't know. Okay. So
anyway, good luck, Sharon, and your future endeavors. Sorry you was forced to show your snatch, allegedly. Okay.
And share it. Don't forget she had to share it with her fellow actors.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
I just want to know who she smashed. And
moving on.
I might get her book.
As we know, we had the unfortunate passing of DMX. 50-year-old rapper, legend, icon. Rest in peace to him and condolences to him and his family. But what I want to talk about is we have many stars who came out with, tributes saying, their feelings, whatever, maybe a touching experience that they had with him. And one star, a rapper, entertainer in particular, was very interesting and concerning at the same time. Black Rob. He's a former bad boy rapper. He appeared in a video posted, and that video was posted by DJ Self. Black Rob, something going on with Black Rob. He looks like he may be with DMX soon. And what he basically said that he was, sorry, he sent his condolences while he was laying in the hospital bed. He's on the struggle bus, and people are concerned about what's going on with Black Rob. Also, people are saying, what's going on with Diddy's artist? It seems like it's always something going on with somebody who was connected to Diddy and what's going on, okay? So it's very strange, what's going on with Black Rob. I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with him, but if you go and you'll be able to find the video where he looks pretty messed up. But there, condolences once again to DMX's family. And I just wanted to make sure that we said that because we are all hurting. So what are some of your favorite, if you have any DMX songs?
Absolutely. Our condolences go out to DMX, his family, his friends, his colleagues, the whole nine. So my DMX memory. Oh, also our thoughts and prayers are with Black Rob. We're not going to
absolutely
that at all. Because when I saw the video, it took me totally by surprise because nobody had talked about him being sick or anything like that. So I wasn't ready, and for me, it's shocking. Hard. Yeah, very shocking, and it's kind of hard for me to see people who are extremely sick because I watched my dad go through cancer transitions. So to open up social media and to see Black Rob in, that state, because he used to be fine back in the day. I was like, whoa. So to see him in that state, that was very disheartening, but I do appreciate him even on his sick bed taking the time out to honor and express his condolences for DMX. So that was dope of him as well. So I do hope that whatever his situation is, he does get better and it makes a turn for the better.
Right.
But stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh my that's God. How Rough Riders roll. That's my stuff. Now listen, don't come for me, y'all, because I don't do rap, so I turn all my rap into R&B.
Clearly,
But that was my stuff.
All right, that was the jam. What about you two? Any favorites?
I mean, I have a couple of favorites. This whole thing just really kind of caught me off guard, and I really just kind of want to roll up the coast and offer my condolences to Brenda, Letitia, Linda, Felicia, Dawn, LaShawn, Inez, and Alicia, Teresa, Monica, Sharon, Nikki,
I can't.
Lisa, and Karen and Vicky.
Something's wrong with you.
Yeah, wow. You got.
I wasn't ready.
Okay.
I got 3 Kims. You forgot about them.
Yeah. Halfway through at this point. You might as well finish.
I'm not going to hell with y'all. Not on that. No. No.
One thing that I appreciated about DMX is the fact that he was not fearful of letting people know that he put God first, no matter what. Because that was another thing in hip hop. Like, you're supposed to be extremely hardcore out here in these streets, you know, especially going back to 90s hip hop. And, you know, for some reason, people think that God and faith make you super duper soft. But he didn't care about that. He was
I never understood
for real about his relationship with the Lord.
I never understood that. I never understood how people thought expressing your faith makes you soft or weak in any way.
Exactly.
I think that's a misconception that people have of Christians or Christianity. They think, okay, you're taught a certain way, but they automatically think, oh, you don't have disagreements, you don't fight, you don't get angry. You're supposed to be this pure, like perfect, and it's just a mess. But yeah,
I will whoop your ass in Jesus' name, amen. I'm just telling you.
Listen, the only people who have that stigma are what I call church folk. Them super saints. Them the ones that always feel like you got to put, you know, oh, you singing worldly music. Really? That's yeah. They the ones that put all those stigmas and people in boxes on there. Like you can't sing a secular song. I mean, they even gave it the word secular. That was their thing. You know, they gave a secular song if you go to church. You know, you listen to church music. Oh, what you doing with that drink in your hand?
Yeah, listen, let me tell y'all something real quick.
And then they're going back smashing our little kids. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just gotta tell y'all something because this has been on my heart for a mighty long time, and I had to share it with somebody because it's super hilarious. So, my last name is not very common. I do not have a common last name. So I get Facebook friend requests from people with the same last name from all over the country. So this woman sent me a friend request. And I have an issue with these people jumping in my inbox, calling me cousin, niece, nephew, whatever. I don't know you, boo. So
they call you nephew.
I mean, you know, life happens. She sent me a friend request, and I accepted it. And you know, if you're my friend on Facebook, I am a social. I do social media management or whatever. So you might get 1,004 invites to like 1,004 pages if you don't want to like me. You don't have to. Thanks. But I'm also a poet. And I invited her to like my poetry page. And this woman politely inboxed me to let me know that she is highly saved and highly sanctified. And it will do her eyes all kind of wrong for her to partake or indulge in any type of words that are hindrance to her Christianity. So the Christian in me started to tell her where she can go. But instead, I just unfriended her. I'm sorry. I had to share that with y'all because I've been holding on to that for a long time because I was like, for real, girl, I don't even know you.
Some people do too much, and those are usually the ones that's doing the most dirt. That's the sad part about it.
And I honestly feel like it's in both directions, honestly, because all of these holy and sanctified people, yeah, you may not drink, you may have a problem with secular music, but let's not forget you're sleeping with other people. Let's not forget the fact that you're gossiping. Let's not forget that you're
lying.
Yeah, you're lying, and you're deceitful and hateful as well. You're judging people when the root of Christianity is love. You're supposed to love and embrace your fellow man, but you're not doing that because you're so holy and sanctified as if they're mutually exclusive. And so that's what I gotta say about that. But that's shade that casts in both directions.
We gonna get him some tea because him and this water. You know.
You need some tea, baby. Finally, for tonight, last story I want to discuss is Meghan Markle. You know, Meghan.
The Duchess.
And her man. Well, in addition to, of course, DMX passing away, Prince Harry passed away, right?
Prince Philip.
Philip, I'm sorry, he passed away. He's gone, y'all. Okay, he's passed away. He's no longer with us. But Meghan will not be attending the funeral. Now, apparently it's because the doctor is saying, you shouldn't be traveling. But let's look at this picture a little bit bigger. You was just talking to Oprah. Oh, Big O. Talking about how the family was talking shit about your baby. How black or how dark will he be? They never told us exactly who said that. But we do know that they were under immense pressure, immense stress, racism. They felt like, they were already not a part of the family. Even if she was not pregnant, or even if she was earlier on and she could travel, would you go to a funeral of a man who possibly could have been part of the problem too, on why you never felt part of the family?
First off, let's dive real deep into this situation.
Not, because honestly, that's a good question, but let me pose another question. Were they even invited to the funeral? Because think about all the talking that they've done and all of the racism that they've exposed and they've exposed. Do you actually think the Queen and the Crypt Keeper, Lord rest his soul, they would have had them at the funeral?
Yeah, they did. Because Prince Harry is going to be attending the funeral for his grandfather.
Of course, that's his grandfather. But here's my thing. Y'all hated his wife so much that this man denounced his throne, moved all the way across the world to get away from y'all. Allowed for it, and I use the word allow loosely. I'm sorry. I am a woman who believes that the man is the head of the household. Let me go ahead and put this out there. That's why I use the word allow, and it is loosely, but allowed his wife to go on Oprah and tell all the family truths. This woman ain't welcome there. They did what they thought should be okay by, including them in the funeral, but she wasn't really welcome there. And I'm sorry, because I don't care if you from America or if you from Canada or if you from Africa or if you from Jamaica. Everybody's black mama is gonna tell you what you are and what you ain't gonna do, and what you do when you don't put up with in nobody else's family. And that girl was like, I don't care who. They can come over here and try to get me and fly me there themselves. I'm not going. You go. Tell your what you call them, the Crypt Keeper. You gonna bid him farewell on your own. That was your granddaddy. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Me and my baby gonna sit right here in our wonderful home given to us by Tyler Perry, and be comfortable. Hallelujah and amen.
There it is.
Do you think, though, even if we apply this, though, in the United States terms, we have a lot of married couples, mother-in-laws don't like the daughter-in-law, father-in-laws don't, you know what I mean? So in that type of situation, looking at it from that sense, could you even be around someone that you felt was not welcoming, or you felt was a part of the reason why you did have to separate yourself from the family?
No.
It's a difference between not liking me and ostracizing me. There's a complete difference. I got people in my own family I don't like. But I show up for their birthday dinners, I show up for their baby showers, I show up for their weddings, or whatever the case may be. But
you a good one.
They ostracized them. Well, family love and all that good stuff, mamas but they ostracized her.
Yeah, they did.
Nah,
that's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different situation. And it's also a difference between dislike and hate. When you asking me questions or when you having a conversation, y'all done spoke on my unborn child. Y'all done spoke on my child. Ain't no coming back from that. No.
Well, honestly, that's the ultimate disrespect. And I can understand where she's coming from. I can actually relate to that part of it as far as the ostracism. That's why I said you're a good one, because in my family, I'm estranged from a great deal of my family because of my sexuality. So I don't show up for nothing. I say to myself, I deal with those that support and love me. But if you've openly disrespected me and ostracized me and made me feel a type of way, and you've experienced hatred, because there's a difference between disagreeing and being disrespectful and showing hatred or homophobia. Once you cross that line, then I have no words for you. Don't invite me to no weddings, no birthdays, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I don't want to go. I have nothing to say to you. And that's what it is.
Are any of you in the mindset of if you marry somebody, you marry their family?
Oh, I'm totally in that mindset.
Vice versa, though. If somebody marries you, they marry their family. So if you had somebody in your family, important person to you,
that's exactly what I said.
Let me finish. Who was treating your spouse or your significant other, they was demeaning them or being disrespectful to them. Could you distance yourself from this family member that is somebody that you love and, have grown up with?
Absolutely.
I got a whole half of my family that I'm talk to, kind of.
What happened?
She had to catch her tongue.
Anyway, what you got to say, Hype? Let's move right along.
I got nothing. I would not mess with the people. I would probably do a little bit better job of vetting the family that I'm even getting into, maybe before I get, because I know those are a lot of ties that are hard to break, or try to come between. And I would never want to, first of all, feel like I'm trying to pull this person away from their family. Now, if they know that their family's a bunch of assholes and they just want to date who they want to date anyway, then okay, we can work this thing out because you don't like them no more than I do. But if you are just cool with your family like y'all tight, and for some reason your sister don't like me or whatever, then we just got to figure out, okay, what, is that really going to hinder us? Am I not going to be welcome at family functions? You're going to leave me.
It's a difference between don't like and hate. There's a difference.
Okay, yes, that I understand.
Either one. If they don't like you, they hate you. Could you be around them? Could you distance yourself from a family member who hated your spouse or the person that you were in love with? Yeah. And you love the family member too.
Yeah, because I need first of all, I need to know what about him don't you like, or no, what about him do you hate? Because I can care less if you don't like him. I don't care. See you on Thanksgiving, and you just don't cross your lines, and I won't whoop your ass, and life will be great. Okay, but you decided to be disrespectful and hateful. I need to know why. Yeah. Why? What about him do you hate? And if your reason isn't sensible, because if it is sensible, then I need to look at him for myself.
Right.
But if your reasons aren't sensible and you just out here, because that makes me wonder, do you hate the fact that I'm happy in my situation? Is there envy sitting there? Like, we got to look at this a little bit further. And if you causing rifts in my household, because this is the man that pays my bills here, you causing rifts in my household, you can go on about your business. I ain't got to talk to you ever again.
I say this, and since we're being real, this is what I say to people. I say, if you're not feeding me, financing me, or fucking me, you have no say so in what goes on in my life or in my household. And even then, I have to pull rank. So hatred, that is a deep rooted thing. That's a huge extreme. So, Brittany, I agree with you. I would ask those questions as well. But at the end of the day, if it's not sensible or if I just don't care, we'll keep it moving. And I have no problem asking people out of the picture because it doesn't make sense. If you love me like you say you do, and we family, you should be able to stand by me, support me. And you don't have to like who I'm with. You don't have to like my decisions, but you will show respect. There's a difference. You don't have to like it, but you will respect me, my mate, and our situation.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's all I got today, y'all. I will be talking about these topics in more depth on the Shady Teas on Instagram. Follow me, email me, shadyteas at Outlook, Gmail, Hotmail, Yo Mail, my mail, your mama mail, and let me know what you want me to talk about or what you want to chop it up and discuss. Until next time, keep it shady. Thank you.
Listen, we gonna get into this last joint from Darnell Jr. called From Here, and when we come back, we going straight to Sunday school with DJ Mo Hype. It's the Independent Podcast, and we'll be right back.
So we've come to the part where we walk away. Memories and thoughts are all that stay. Those long, sweet far from where you left me and my heart. I do not see this ending star. Please begin your journey back, 'cause I'm tearing apart. We're tearing apart. Looking all around, never finding you, but my heart won't believe that this is true. That you have moved and left my shattered heart. Oh, love, I don't believe it at all. How did love was so high just fall? Where'd you go? I don't care if you are nowhere near. So long as you ain't fall in love, I don't believe it at all. How did love was so high just fall? Where'd you go? I don't care if you are nowhere near. So long as you ain't far from me, the one who used to be your everything. The one who right now is just wondering if you ever think, ever wake, ever blink. And it's where you used to be. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Just fall, just fall. I don't care if you are nowhere near me. So long as you ain't far.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with that, man. I like that that Caribbean / house vibe, because I'm a DJ and I'm originally from Northwest Indiana, aka Chicagoland. So I grew up with house. So I love that whole house vibe, man. That's wonderful.
Thank you so much. I love to show my versatility, and I love to play around and experiment with my. I really love that song.
Yeah, it's a great song. That's a great song. Maybe you can try to get in touch with a group that I'm part of in Indy, the Indie House Heads, group of DJs. Okay. They got a page on Facebook called Indie House Heads. Look them up and see if you can push that to a couple of those DJs there. Get that in the mix.
Oh, that'd be great. It's the Indie House Heads, right?
Yeah, Indie House Heads.
Okay. Definitely. Thank you.
All right. I'm sorry, I'm still feeling the rhythm of that joint. That was
it had some afro in the afro.
Yeah, house. You have a whole little kind of Jamaican vibe going on too with your head wrapping stuff. Yeah. Get
shout
it.
Shout out to my homie Chill Rob on the chat line there.
What's up, Rob?
Yes, and shout out also to Kiana Flower. She tapped in with us a little earlier today.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and get into our last segment here and kick it straight Sunday school with hip hop junkie DJ Mo Hype.
What's up, y'all?
Buckle up,
y'all. This your man DJ Mo Hype, the original hip hop junkie. So before we start this segment, there were some things that happened, I got some bad information from last week, from another DJ that I trusted who told me this information, and it was slightly erroneous regarding the relationship between William Devon and Raheem Devon. So, with that being said, I just wanted to say to my family and my friends and my fans, I'm deeply sorry for those statements that came out. The turpitude of my malignant fallacy eroded the efficacy of the communication I was attempting to convey. And if you would be so compelled to exonerate me for my misplaced and erroneous statement of alternative facts, I will endeavor to process due diligence in all future Sunday school sessions. So with that being said, I am going to take this moment and step away from Sunday school for a week, so that I can realign my chakras and make sure that I have nothing but the best and truest factual information.
You're full of it. You're full of it.
So
you ain't stepping away from nothing.
Sunday school will reconvene next Sunday. In the meantime, get your cheese sandwiches and your little hug fruit cups and go have lunch. And we'll see you at the next Sunday school.
First of all,
thank you.
If those are the type of apologies that we got to deal with, don't you bring your ass back on here giving no more erroneous pieces of information ever again. Like, because that bullshit is
every $5 word he knew that statement.
He called T.I. and was like, "Hey, my God, how the hell do I apologize for this situation?"
I got all them words from T.I. The only one I didn't use was expeditiously.
Yeah,
I couldn't fit that one in there.
Those words. Hell, he don't even know those words. He went right. All of a sudden, he got a PhD.
Okay, let's talk about that. He don't even know those words.
I just want to know whose SAT, ACT prep book did Mohype borrow to come up with this?
Child.
Listen, I just want to make sure that, all my fans, my family especially, I let them down. I let y'all down, but I will never let you down again.
You're so dramatic.
That was
I am not dramatic.
Between last week and this week, I think I'm gonna go buy a violin just so I can be ready to.
Right.
I don't even know how to play.
I thought I was Gayle King for a minute, listening to that apology statement.
I'm just telling you, man.
Okay, we accept your apology. People make mistakes.
Listen, I gave y'all 30 years of my life. They're killing me up in here.
Oh my God!
Can you block him? Can you?
Now you pulling from R. Kelly's interview, sir.
And the Oscar goes to.
Okay, thank you.
All the plagiarism goes to. How you plagiarize people in an apology? How does that work? I don't understand. No. I don't.
You're not even getting a BET award for that. Yeah, you don't deserve it. No.
We going straight to the Razzie Awards.
Boom.
I don't see it.
Okay, thank you, Mohype. So we'll be looking forward to being schooled next week, correct?
I give you some chapstick, some lip balm for that bullshit. Get it off your lips.
Boy.
I don't know.
So next week, Mohype, you're gonna be back?
Gonna be ready.
We coming back full force, man.
Okay.
All right. We're looking forward to it.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
Now you apologize for that apology next week?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna apologize for that apology?
Don't you give him no bright ideas. Don't you do that.
Listen, last week I made an apology and I just want to. Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
All right, this has been an awesome show. Minus that grandiose apology.
Girl.
That was from the heart. From the heart.
From the heart.
Right here.
From
that's the wrong side.
Put it from right there.
Look, you didn't know what side the heart on.
I'm trying. Is this the right hand? How do you pledge allegiance? It's this side. It's over here, but on the
screen. Take that right hand and do this. That's what you do. Mm-hmm. That's what you do. Thank you.
That from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. That's all that was.
I'm just so happy that y'all are able to see the shenanigans that we have to put up with behind closed doors and when we're not live, because
it's a lot. It's a lot.
I still don't understand. I don't for real. Oh,
this is why Rob's your friend, ain't it? And this is why y'all friends. He supports this.
Listen, I just want to thank everybody who has tuned in to the Independent Podcast this week. Thank you to our guest, Mr. Darnell Jr., for bringing his dopeness to our show.
Man, that was hot. That was hot. Bring that heat. Keep bringing that heat.
Yes. If you are an artist and you are interested in being featured on the Independent Podcast, please send us your bio, your songs that you would like to share, preferably from YouTube, videos, and your promo pics to independentradioshow@gmail.com. Also, if you are a business owner and you would like to sponsor the Independent Podcast, email us or inbox us at independentradio@gmail.com. We love to have you all here.
Absolutely.
If you're a visual artist, we take visual artists too. If you want to, got some visual arts. If you want to do a pantomime in the background.
No
pantomime.
No. Did we talk about that in the meeting? Don't be trying to throw out new stuff while we live.
No,
what's happening here?
Can't do liturgical.
If you are a comedian, though, in real life, we would love to have you as well. So bring your dopeness to us so we can share it with the world. That's all we're gonna do. Next week, I promise y'all, we're gonna get him together. Y'all ain't gonna get that. Okay, we're gonna try.
What'd you say, Darnell?
Take his dictionary away.
We are. We're gonna take the internet access away too.
Right, because he Googled that shit.
He's a problem.
Yeah, all day, every day.
That's the best. But Darnell, could you please tell our viewers how to reach you again?
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Darnell Forever. You spell out Forever. Or on Facebook is Darnell Jr. You spell out Junior. I'm very particular. But yes. Follow my music on all musical platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, anywhere where you get music online or digitally. You can find my new album, Truth or Dare. And thank you all for having me. I had a great time.
Thank you.
No problem.
Fantastic guest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Follow us everywhere. Follow Shady Tees everywhere. Follow DJ. I don't know if y'all want to follow DJ Mo Hype because he might lead you to the promised land. I don't know. But follow him wherever y'all want to follow him too. It's your girl Brittany B. That's the Shady Tees. That's DJ Mo Hype.
Yay.
Check us out again, same time, same place, next Sunday, 6 p.m. on Facebook Live.
And YouTube Live.
And YouTube Live.